going on, everybody? Alex here, Nickens Lawn and Landscape. I wanted to take the time today to make this video and talk a little bit about our new Billy Goat products. Now, I am driving while I'm doing this. Some of you guys are probably already thinking that. Don't worry, I'm not looking at the camera. I'm looking right here, and the camera is right here. So, I'm being safe, got my seatbelt on, all that good jazz. But, like I said, I wanted to take the time today and talk about our new Billy Goat products. We've got the Z3000 stand-on blower, and we've also got the 37 horsepower debris loader, which both of them have been absolutely amazing for us. They've been game changers in the way that we do things, that's for sure, and just the amount of efficiency that we have gained since we got these two pieces is incredible. So that's why I wanted to make this time to record this video, and that's why I've been posting a lot about it on Instagram. If you guys follow us over there, you've seen those posts as well. But it's just been something that's really upped our game when it comes to fall cleanups or leaf cleanups, whatever you want to call them. So we'll start with the stand-on blower. I just kind of want to run through everything, and while I go through all this, I'm going to throw in some clips of us doing some cleanups, as well as my guy Alex up in Michigan doing some cleanups. Some of the clips I'm going to show you, I was with him, and some of them I wasn't. He sent me some clips on his second day of demo, and that is whenever I was traveling home. So I'm going to throw some clips in here, get a little action going, and for those of you guys that haven't seen these units, be sure to go check us out on Instagram. Check out Billy Goat Industries on Instagram while you're over there, and also check out us, our previous YouTube videos here. I think the previous two videos is where we have shown these so far. Much more to come, but this video is going to be more or less my first impressions, or my impressions of these units after using them for a couple weeks. If you guys know me, I don't like to put things out there about a unit or about a piece of equipment until I get a little bit of time to use it. And the reason for that, I like to be a voice on these kind of things as an end user, not just first impressions, but impressions over a couple of weeks or a couple of months after you've gotten used to something. So that's just the way I like to do it, and I don't really like to judge anything based off the first day or the second day. I like to put some time in and see what you think over a period of time, not just one day. But with some pieces of equipment, you know, the first day, you just know it's awesome and it's gonna be awesome. And yeah, there may be some things that you find that you don't necessarily like down the road, but for some situations and some pieces of equipment, that is definitely the case. So that's kind of how it was with me for these, or with us for these. They've just been really, really good units, but the stand-on blower has so much power. It's incredible. The amount of air that thing moves, and the amount of leaves that it can move is just, honestly, it's kind of mind-boggling. The first couple hours one uses this thing, it's just kind of mind-boggling, really, because it's just incredible. I haven't seen anything like it until I got these. I know there's other ones out there on the market. You got the Skag Windstorm, I know that's out there, and then the Toro, I think it's the multi-force mower, which you can put the different attachments on the front. That has a blower that you can buy, but I don't know exactly the numbers on those or the statistics on those, how much CFM they put out or what horsepower engine they got or anything like that. But this Billy Goat's got a 35 horsepower, and this thing straight up moves some air. The controls are really simple. I did a walk around video whenever we were in New York with Ferris. You can go check that out a couple of videos ago. I don't know how many videos it is back there. I go through kind of in-depth the control panel and everything, but it's all so easy to use. There's nothing that is hard to get used to or tricky. I like how the parking brake is in the handle, so when you get up on your trailer, all you got to do is let the handles go. I will say this, trying to be efficient, trying to be quick, there was a couple of times where I was moving along and kind of in a hurry, and I would jump off the machine when it wasn't 100% stopped. I definitely wasn't going full speed or anything like that, but when I'm pulling the machine over here to get it out of the way while we're trying to move the leaves over here or something, or when you get real close to the curb or when you're done with it or whatever, but I would just jump off the machine real quick, and then you feel it once your hand goes, you feel the machine kind of lock up and stop dead in its tracks. So I will say, if you're using one of these or if you demo one, make sure when you're traveling that before you get off the machine, or before, I guess I should say before you let the handles go, make sure you're at 100% stop, because it will, when you let those go, if you're moving a little bit, it will kind of lock the machine up and just stop it dead in its tracks, like I said. So that would really be the only kind of warning that I would have if one is using this machine. Other than that, the controls are so simple, pretty much like any stand-on mower. You've just got your two levers, right and left. Really easy to get used to that or figure that out. Me being a stand-on mower guy, I jumped on it and it felt like you're operating the mower. It doesn't take anything to get used to. The joystick for the air control, which controls which chute it comes out of, your left or right or your front, that is really easy to use. And I like how when you have, say, the left or the right one open and you want to switch it to the front one, you don't have to close the other one. When you open the front one, it automatically closes whichever one you had open previously. So I really do like that. Makes it really nice and easy and just quick and efficient. I always use that word, but that's what it's all about. In this business, if you're not efficient, you're not making money. So you got to be as efficient as possible and get these things done to the best of your ability or the best of the machine's ability. And with this machine, it just makes it really simple. So that's pretty much all I'm going to say about the blower. I guess based off of that, you can say that I would give this machine probably a 10 out of 10. It's hard not comparing any of the other machines, the Toro or the Skag, or ever seeing those in operation. I would love to get on one of those and see what they have to offer. Just like I said, get a little comparison going on here. But for what I know and for what we do, this Z3000 is money in the bank. Been doing leaves now. This was our 7th season. 2020 will be our 8th year in business. So 7th year doing leaves, and I would definitely say that we smoked any time that we had ever set previously. Our best times on every property were beat by a large margin. In the big properties, this thing really makes a difference. When you got to move a lot of leaves across a big area, a lot of square footage, it's incredible what it can do and how fast it can do it. I would basically just have Nick run around the house and blow everything out of the bushes and out of the landscaping and away from the fences and garages and houses and all that stuff, and I would use the stand-on and bam, before you know it, all the leaves are to the curb. So really good unit. You're in this business and you're looking to up your productivity, or maybe you need a tax write-off, maybe you're even a homeowner and you just got a lot of property and you can't handle it anymore. This unit is what you need. It is $12,500 average, depending on where you're at. But I don't think we've racked up 30 hours on it, and we've done all of our cleanups. We're pretty much done. We've got a few more, and don't worry, those of you guys that want to see footage on this, I've got a lot of footage. I just got to take the time, put it all together, and figure out how I'm going to do that. But I've got a lot of footage on these units, and you'll definitely be seeing that. But like I said, this video is just kind of my thoughts on it. Moving on to the debris loader, that thing is incredible. The loaders that I've had in the past, I had a Lesco 16 horsepower. If you guys have been in business for a while, you know the Lesco name. If you're new to business, you might not even know who that is or what that is. But they went out of business. But we had a Lesco 16 horsepower, pull start, plain Jane, 10-inch hose. And whenever I first got that thing, I loved it. It was my baby. We ran that guy for 6 years, I guess, 5 years. And then last year we upgraded to the Echo Bearcat DL10, which was pretty much the same unit, just much newer, had much more bells and whistles, but it was pretty much the same thing. It was an 18 horsepower. It was electric start with a full start backup. Oh, and I guess I should mention both of the engines on the Lesco and on the Bearcat were Briggs, but the Bearcat was also a 10-inch hose. so it really wasn't any different. It was just brand new, and it had more power, more get up, just because it was new and not wore out like the old Lesco was. So last year, whenever we got that, that was a big upgrade. It was nice having the electric start. It was a great unit, but this year I really wanted to step it up. We spent a lot of time, or spent a lot of time in the past year sucking up piles, and I really wanted to get that down and just cut time any way we could in our cleanups and be able to squeeze more in during the fall. So that was my main reason for upgrading to this Billy Goat. But I would say, honestly, realistically, we shaved our time in half, if not more, by just upgrading 2 inches in the hose. But really, I think it was the engine horsepower that really got us up and going and made things that much faster. I'm not really sure which one it is, whether it's the horsepower or just increasing the diameter of our hose, but it is incredible how much faster this new unit sucks up piles versus our old units. You can do it, I mean, it literally doesn't take any time. The biggest pile that we've had this year maybe took us 15 minutes to suck up. We used to spend, I mean, I know personally there was times where we spent an hour or more sucking up one pile or one house, and that's with a good loader. But it just, some of these piles, especially when they get wet, it can just take a while. But with this new loader, I mean, and I've joked around, don't take this seriously, but I've joked around with people saying this thing will suck up a dog. And I'm not even kidding. If you accidentally get something in the way of this thing that you don't want it to suck up, it's gone. I almost lost my hat. I have a story from a guy, quickly, but he sucked up one of those electric box, the little one. I think it's for the communications. I think it's like what AT&T and them use, but it's like 3 foot tall, roughly. I don't know, maybe 2.5, and it's like off green or like olive green color. They're all over the place around here. But I was talking to a guy, and he said he sucked up one of those by accident one time. Somehow got knocked off of the box and was in his pile, and he sucked it right up. So it'll suck up things that it's not supposed to. So you got to be careful with it. But it is a powerhouse of a unit. I absolutely love it. It's one of those things I wish I would have got a long time ago, because it definitely makes things faster, makes you more efficient, which at the end of the day puts more money in your pocket, which is what it's all about, right? You gotta make money. We're not in business to break even, that's for sure. So you gotta make it where you can, and this thing definitely helps us make more money. Of course, it's more expensive, so for the first couple years I'll just be making the money to pay it off, so to say, and take a loan out on it, obviously. But you got to make the money that you spent on it to end up breaking even and starting to be in the green. So it'll take a couple years for that, but once that time's over, I think this thing will last us forever. Don't have hardly any hours on it. We've done 50 cleanups or more, and it's got 10 hours on it, something like that. So we haven't spent any time hardly sucking up leaves this fall, which is great. And we filled the trailer up probably 5 times, something like that, and dumped it. And it's only got, like I said, less than 10 hours on it. I don't know where it's at exactly, but I know it's not over 10. So with that being said, I think that kind of speaks for itself when saying we filled the trailer up 5 times. I think it's 5 times, maybe 6, I don't know. And it's not even 10 hours. So that's a pretty efficient setup, if I do say so myself. I am probably going to modify the handle on it. That's probably the only thing that I am not 100% sold on, I guess is how I can say it. I love the unit. Everything about it's great. It's super easy to use. Everything is set up appropriately and with some thought behind it. But the handle is too short. I'm bending over, and it kind of hurts my back a little bit. And I'm a short guy, so if you're tall, it's definitely not going to work for you. But man, it's getting hot here. Can't really roll down the window while I'm trying to record this video. That wouldn't work. But the handle is a little bit short. Just when you grab it, you're kind of hunched over a little bit, and I don't want it to be like that. So I am probably going to cut the handle and add, I don't know, somewhere between 6 and 12 inches. I don't know exactly how it's going to play out. I'll mock up a couple tests probably before I determine that. I don't want to have to do it definitely don't want to have to cut it down if it's too tall. You don't want to be standing here like this holding it either. You want it to be, you want to be standing straight up and reach your hands down, and it'd be a perfect fit. So Nick's only a couple inches shorter than me, or an inch shorter than me. So if we set it up for us, we should be in good shape. If a taller guy comes to work for us one day, which hopefully one day we'll be adding some employees, but if a taller guy comes, he may have to hunch over a little bit. But for now, we're gonna set it up for us, and for that, we're gonna have to add some length to it for sure. And Mr. Leica up in Michigan, he has a spring on his chain that holds his hose, and I think we're definitely gonna do that just so we can have a little more flexibility whenever we're sucking up piles and moving the hose back and forth. He put a spring, I think it was on the top, so where that black arm comes off, I'll try to show you a picture of it here, but where that black arm comes off, that chain comes down to the hose. Put a spring at the top, I think would probably be the way to do it. And that way, like I said, you get a little bit more flexibility whenever you're sucking up piles and be able to reach a little bit further. So the machines aren't perfect, nothing is, but when it comes to this type of equipment, I think Billy Goat hit the nail on the head. These units are excellent when it comes to fall cleanup. So if you guys got any more questions, leave those down in the comments. Definitely, I'll do my best to get back with you, and hopefully some others can chime in with their experiences with these units, and hopefully they can chime in and help answer some of these questions too. But that's pretty much all we got for this one, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Let us know down in the comments what you thought. And be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and of course here on YouTube. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. We'll see you in the next one.